What advice would I give to my younger self? I would tell him two things. Well, first, I would give him a hug, tell him everything will be okay and everything is going to get better. But which is number 2. But if you want everything to get better, you have to put in the hard work. You need to get off your ass and do something hard. You have to do at least the bare minimum is one hard thing every single day. And and then life will become better at that point when you push yourself. So the younger me, right now I'm 21. I'm mostly talking about the 12, 13, 14 year old version of me, the middle school version of me. And that kid was very very shy, soon very lonely, very shy and very lonely. He had no one to call a friend. All his friends after middle school basically left him have other friends, and sooner or later, he became friends with their friends. Yep, but those friends didn't even really like him. So he turned into other bad habits, which turned to be worse, and then which caused him to be depressed and much angry at everyone and everything but himself. He didn't think he was he didn't think he was the problem. He thought everyone else was the problem. But in fact, he was the problem, but he didn't realize that. So he would what he would do is try to supplicate all his anger, try to vent out all his anger, his loneliness by watching anime. And so from 13 to 19, yeah, 19. What is that? 6 years. I'm gonna say 20 actually. No, no, 19. 6 years, 7 years. He's been watching anime. In the beginning, I would say watching anime almost every single day. He's been watching anime so much that he has like a watched over, I want to say 1,500 different shows, and that is a lot. If you take into measure that one season is roughly 12 episodes, 20 minutes each, and each season is 4 hours long. Each 12 episode season is 4 hours long. And so younger this kid had lots of free time, as any young kid does. They have lots and lots of free time. So logically this young kid spent all his free time doing what he pleased, what he enjoyed, right? And doing all the fun things that he liked, watching anime and watching addictive other things and doing addictive things like games and other stuff. So, if you think about it, right? 16 hours we're awake, and so he can watch 3, 4 shows, or yeah, 3, 4 different shows in a full day. And his record was actually watching 5 shows in one day. And you know how he did it? He did not go to sleep. He has watched 5 different shows in one day because he decided that his show is much more important than his sleep. And so, which caused him to go down a hedonistic spiral, chasing a brand new high every day to fill that lonely gap inside his heart, which is very, very saddening to hear. So, the first thing I would do if I would go back to specifically the 13-year-old self, my 13-year-old self, is I would give him a big hug. Just tell him it's all okay, man. It's all okay. Don't worry about anything else. Just only worry about yourself. I know I know that you don't have any friends at school, but it's okay. Everyone thinks that you're the smart brand new talent, but you don't feel like that. It's all okay. You think you can't get a girlfriend, you can't even make any friends, you're too fat and lazy and this and that. It's all okay. It's all okay. And so I always give him a big hug, long hug, for as long as I can. Just hold him and tell him It's all okay. Everything is in your own head. Everything is in your own head. And then, but the most important thing I'll tell him, since it is all in your head, you need to do some hard things. Because since you've been lazing around every day and enjoying yourself, living this hedonistic lifestyle, you haven't pushed yourself at all. Dad forced you to go to the gym, but you said it was too hard and you gave up. You quit soccer because it was too hard. And so all you do is either jerk off, watch anime, or play video games. And most of the time, all all you did was watch anime. And I have nothing against anime. In fact, I love anime. Anime helped me get through that tough time. And I don't know where I would be. I actually have no idea where I would be if I haven't had anime with me this whole time. And this topic came to my head today while I was putting on music while I was listening to music, and I was listening to like a random lo-fi video, and then it came to uh 80s Japanese music, and then came anime music like J-pop, and it was specifically anime openings. And there's this one specific opening that came up for the anime called Your Lie in April. And if for any anime fans watching this, I'm sure you know the opening I'm talking about. If you ever seen this anime, Your Lie in April opening is probably is like top. It's top. It's like up there. And I was getting really emotional. I had heartache in my heart because I remember watching it and how I felt. And it's one of those few animes where I actually cried. And I don't really cry watching like TV shows and movies and that stuff, but that one hit. I want to say three, but I want to say five. I'm pretty sure there's five different, no TV shows actually, and no movies actually, but only anime, and maybe manga. But I'm gonna say only anime. Three, four different animes that's actually have touched my heart and actually made me cry. You may think that I'm soft, whatever, maybe. But even now, I think if I've watched it, I'll probably, get a little heartache from it. And so I was listening to this opening, and just all this like emotion just rushed into my head, and I had to stop playing the music because I was getting way too emotional. I was afraid of it. I was happy because of how much anime like filled that hole in my heart. But it was too distracting. It was very distracting because I couldn't concentrate on my work because I was too focused on the rush of emotions that just flooded, and it's every single time I listen to this opening. And there's another opening from Angel Beats. That's actually the first anime I cried in. This Your Lie in April was second, I want to say. Third. I want to say third. No, second. Yeah, yeah. So Your Lie in April was, I think, I want to say the second one I cried to. The first one was Angel Beats, and if I hear the Angel Beats opening, I love it. I love it, and I don't think I'll cry in the Angel Beats. I might get like some emotion. I'll get a little bit emotional, but the Your Lie in April one was, I would get very emotional. Just so much emotion just rushed to me, and I had to skip it. I was still listening to anime openings, but I had to skip that. I had to. It was just way too much, and way too quick. So I would tell him, be like, it's all okay, man. Just promise me that you'll do one hard thing every single day. And And then when you do that, life will just become better and better and better and better because you are pushing yourself to grow, to become better than the person that you were yesterday. Who cares if you don't like if no one likes you in school? I have no friends. I still have no friends. So I'm working on myself to become the person that will have friends. I know I will have friends, but as of right now, I don't deserve friends because I'm not a person that is worthy of having friends. I'm having high level friends, high status friends. I mean, not just your average person. I want high status individuals as friends, people I can look up to, who can hold me accountable. I can hold them accountable and we could do some sick things together. I don't want just your average person. I have nothing against your average person, but I want to hold myself to a certain level of standard, and that'll only come if I have a high standard friends. So I know I have to become that type of person in order to attract those type of people, and I know that I'm going to be I'm going to be like the next face of the red pill community. I 100% believe that. I'm going to stand next to Hamza, to Iman, to Sneeko, to like maybe even I can probably say Andrew Tate, even like the Tate brothers, even be on the Fresh and Fit podcast. I'm gonna stand right there online with the red pill community, and I'm going to lead the Muslims specifically. 'Cause I want to be not a religious leader. I don't want to be like MLK or Malcolm X kind of, but I want to inform people about Islam. I see that there is a lot of miscommunication, I guess you could say. Not want to say misguidance, but a miscommunication. It's true that there was Islamic leaders that had multiple different wives. From my knowledge, as of right now, which is very limited, I've been told that the only reason why they had four wives is because they were living in a time of war. And right now we live in a time of peace, so there's multiple men and women to go around. And for the reason why, going back to why one man had four different wives, is because if one man spread his seed against four different women, having like say one, two children each, that's like 4 to 8 children right there. And say if that man died on the battlefield, these there would be more like that man already spread his seed to multiple women against instead of one woman, right? If he had one woman, he would only have like 1, 2 children, because it was in a time of poverty as well. So if he spread his seed against like multiple women, two, three, four, right? I'm pretty sure the max was only four, because the prophet had four wives, but each of those four wives, if I remember correctly, I guess you could say, divorced those wives. He left them because of the type of person they were. They had terrible character, and they only wanted to be with him because of the type of person that he was. Because he was an amazing character. The prophet was an amazing person, and his fourth wife is obviously the best wife, Bibi Khadija, if I remember correctly, and she's the one I remember the most because most scholars say like the best things about her. So it's the one that sticks to my head. But like all the leaders of Islam, the imams that I know of, only had one wife. Especially the first Imam Ali alayhi salam. He only had one wife. So I don't think I'm probably gonna have. I think there's a lot of misconception about this, like Islam saying, yeah, you can have multiple wives. I don't know the full truth behind it, but I definitely want to lead that, step in and saying this is what is right and this is what is wrong. This is the information that I'm going to present. This is what I learned from. This is who I learned from, and this is what these people are saying, and this is the actual, this is the most truth, the most true truth to the actual truth, right? So this was supposed to be a video just kind of about anime mostly, because listening to that one opening, it just really touched my heart, and I just wanted to talk about it, just little kind of little vent out. But then I was watching a Fresh and Fit like podcast video, and I just thought to myself like, damn, Sneeko, Fresh Fit, I was watching one with Salim in it. I'm gonna strive. I know I'm gonna get to that point where I'm gonna be on that podcast and I'm gonna talk to all the top red pill people, Hamza, Iman, Sneeko, Andrew Tate, Tristan Tate, all these guys. I'm gonna be friends with all these guys. These guys are gonna be. I'm gonna be part of their network. They're gonna be part of my network because I know the type of individual that I have to be, and I know the type of person that I will become. And I have that much conviction in myself because I'm willing to put in the hard work. I don't do one hard thing every day. I don't do two hard things every day. I don't do three, four, five. I would say I do like 6 to 7 different hard things every single day. And I am pushing myself almost, I wouldn't say to my limit. I could definitely push myself even further, but I'm pushing myself further beyond than I was capable of before. I'm striving towards that 1% better every single day because that's what I truly, truly believe in. James Clear, Atomic Habits, striving towards 1% better every day because that is the truth. Doing the hard things to push yourself and to be able to achieve the things that is completely possible, to achieve anything that you want. Anything is possible. And with that, I just want to say thank you and have a good night, everybody. Mwah.